Hey everyone, this is Diesel from Diesel's RC Shop, and I figure since I have to put them together and I've been watching a bunch of videos, I might as well show you how to put together 22.8 sandpaws on Traxxas rims. So, anyways, here's how this works. If you're new to this and you're not sure, a Traxxas style bead is this. It has this little groove, or this little ring right around here. Both sides. And what actually happens is this piece of the bead, this is the bead of the tire, okay, it's parts of a tire. The bead is right here, from this little line to this is the bead. This, from the top of the tire to this little line, is called the sidewall. And this is the, oh crud, I can't think of the word now, the tread, or the cap of the sidewall, or of the tire. So, how a tire works, bead of the tire is sealed against rim, but against the bead seat, which is what this is called, as a bead seat of the rim. And this right here, this little dot right there, is to let water and air out of the tire, since these do not require air. That's what the foam is for. The foam takes place of the air in the tire. And believe me, when this thing is on this, I mean, if you look, this is not stretched out, it's not actually on the rim. It's actually got quite a bit of gaps, or way to go just to be on the rim. That foam is inside this tire. So this big piece of foam that doesn't even look like it should go in this tire is actually already in this tire. So this is your air, pretty much. You can run it without these and run them flat, but all depends on your driving style. I'm gonna eventually try and run them without, but I mean, put too much weight on it, just crushes down. But anyways, so anyway, bead goes in bead seat, easy peasy. Air, rim. That's how a tire goes together. Well, that's how a tire is. So then what you want to do is you want to shove this piece of foam in there, like so. And kind of work it around inside. Yeah, get it to where it's about where it's going to be for the rest of its life. I mean, because once you glue these tires down, it's not a easy chore just to get them off. And see, not very round, but you can see where you're getting your squish from. Rim. Now, directional tires. These are the definition of directional tires. They only work going one way. The whole purpose of a sandpaw is that it bites down on the sand and pushes. It's like driving with shovels attached to your tires. So it drives down and pushes. Well, trying to do that like this doesn't do it so well. So these are definitely directional tires. I already have one made. So the first tire you make, it doesn't matter whether it's directional or not, you're gonna get it right. The second one is where it nails you. Now if you notice, this would be driver's side. As a mechanic's standpoint, driver's side is as you're looking, or you're sitting in the driver's seat, or right or left is as you're standing behind the truck or the vehicle looking at it, looking the same way the driver does. That's how you determine left and right. And so I'm just going to say driver's side and passenger side. Makes it easier so people don't go, oh, but wait a minute, that's backwards. It's not. Driver's side tire, looking at the car. So I want this passenger side. Well, I don't want it looking like that passenger side, so I need to make sure the rim goes from this side. If you want to, you can take a paint marker or something like that and make a little dot. That'll work. These have weight markers on them right there. That's what that is a weight marker for when you balance a tire. It's the heaviest point on the tire, the lightest point on the tire, I don't remember which. I'm not worried about balance in these. They're sand tires. They're going to be out running rough dirt. So, but anyways, you push it in, and it's not... It is not a very simple task to do. I mean, it is simple. It's just a lot of strength required behind it, really. Now, when you get it this far, you're like, yeah, I've got it on. No, you don't. You still have to get in the bead. And you see the bead a little bit better there. Or the bead seat right there. But now you have to work this one around. And I have found what I do, because I've done this a couple times trying to think of ways to make this video. So I've probably taken a tire apart and put it back together probably about 5 times. So I've gotten somewhat efficient at it. Not nearly what I should want to be, but you know, somewhat. And then I roll it back past the bead seat. And I know you really can't see the bead seat, but it is past it. And I just work the rest of the tire around. See, there's the bead seat. There you go. Now that you've got it past the bead seat, what this does is it works that foam back to where it's beyond the bead seat. So when you go to pull this up and put it into the bead, or into its seat, it'll the foam will actually stay behind the rim of the seat. It'll actually stay back here instead of coming over and causing a bulge in there where the way you can't get it down. Get it down into the seat. So what you do, you slowly, or you grab the sidewall of the tire and you pull it up slightly, just a little bit. You just want it to start coming over, and you just keep working your way around. And I may fast forward this. And after you get to a certain point, the rest of the bead will just pop over. And if you look, that little bead line that I was showing you is right there, right where my fingernail is, right there. It needs to be flush up against this rim, this part of the rim. So all you want to do is you just want to work it all the way down and around. I just got to do this on both sides. And it's easier to see off camera, so that's why it seems so close, is because I'm actually like right behind the camera doing this. It may take you, a couple times to get it down, a couple passes around to get it all the way down. Okay, so something that I may have just learned, without the other bead in, this one won't settle down all the way. It keeps wanting to force back up. I can get it to push down like that, but it just comes right back up. So I'm thinking that there's not enough tension on the back to hold this sucked up tight. So what I'm going to do, same thing with this side, just pull it out until you get it past the bead. Okay, and try and sink it into the bead. That way that foam doesn't come back out and expand around that bead and you're not fighting that foam. And yeah, there will eventually be a part that is just going to pop right out, but you can lower that by just simply keeping your thumb on the last couple parts. And just barely keep it in there. And work it back in. Work this side in all the way. And like this side, this piece right here, see how it's really stuck out, and then you gotta, it's almost flush, it's flush right there. This is because this piece of the bead right here, this highest point, isn't actually setting in the track. So as soon as you get it set in the track, it sinks right down. And that's how you can tell if you've got it in or not. That's pretty much what this little ring is for, is to tell you whether you've got it in the track or not, and got it seated all the way down or not. I mean, I'm sure there's people that can do this a lot faster than I can, but hey, it's not about speed, it's about doing it correctly the first time so you don't have it come apart on you. Because these tires, as far as I know right now, are not ever coming off these rims until the tires or the rims have to be replaced. And at that point in time, I will probably just buy new tires and new rims and be done with it. And see, it's just a matter, and you can still see this line is sticking out all the way, the rest of the way around it's in. Except right there. Starts right there and comes right back up in here. So that means it's something right here, because it's not going down, is not quite correct yet. And what you do is you just kind of roll the bead a little bit and it'll sink right down. No more line. And the reason you roll the bead is with that lip that's on the inside where the bead seat is stopping it from coming back. If you go and get Pro-Line rims, they don't have that lip on the bead seat. It's just, or that cup on the bead seat. It's just a lip there. So you literally just put these down in there, pull it back, and glue it. It's done. These are actual Traxxas rims. These are the All-Stars. They came. These are the exact same ones that came with my Rustler. So. But then when you get done with the back side, you flip over to the front side and you go through and check and see if the bead's set. And something I have noticed is once you get this bead pretty much to the point that it sits where it's supposed to before you start doing this side or doing the back side, is that this bead will magically, well, now it just popped again. Excuse me. Normally what I've noticed is as soon as you get this side to sit, or the other side to sit, and you get that, you already have this side pretty well seated, it will just literally pop in the rest of the way. But let's give her a good push all the way around, just to make sure she's in there, she's in there, and we're ready to glue. Now literally, Pro-Line glue. There's the part number. There's how much I paid for it. I got this from a Main Hobby. It's actually just Pro-Line glue. Hand the camera. Come on. Focus. Pro Bond. There you go. We'll see how well that works. I've heard the thicker, the longer it takes to dry up, the thinner, the faster. I don't know what the difference is. I just got tire glue. Okay. Okay, so the first thing you need, obviously, tire, glue, and this glue comes with tips. Put the tip on the glue, squirt the glue around. first I thought, oh, it just sits like this, but it just falls right off, right? I know, I'm getting there. So then I thought, well, that little thing pops off, and there's a nice little glue spot through this. Oh, no, that doesn't fit either. It's just a vent. So I finally realized that it takes quite a bit of force to put those on. I figured they'd just be snap-on kind of thing. So you need to do this. Now this is the first time I'm ever gluing a tire. You're seeing it right now, so I'm going to mess up a lot. But paper towel, shop rag, whatever you want to use. I like paper towels because I can throw them away when I'm done with them. So I'm going to try and get myself a better view and try and show you guys what I'm doing at the same time. Let's see if I can get this light better. That's better. Okay. Me thinking something. I didn't do this when I opened the glue. I didn't check to see if there was a cap in here. No, there's no cap. Let's see. Wow, that does not put out much. I know you couldn't see that, but I mean, yeah, it takes a bit of pressure to do this. A bit of force, I should say. Oh, way too much. Okay, there it is. Not too bad. There's a little bit of glue right there. And, yeah, there's some right there too. Wow, that stuff sets up quick, doesn't it? Yeah. That's literally how you glue a tire, and it's simply that, really honestly that easy. I was kind of worried the first time, or this time, because I've never done it before. So I really wanted to be careful and just do it. Not worried about the extra glue on there. I mean, like I said, these are literally a one-use tire, so I'm going to have them forever. And they're just, when I get new ones, or when I need to get new ones or replace these ones, it will literally just be throw the whole set away and get a new pair. That's why I bought the cheapest rims I could find. I was watching Ultimate RC's how to do this, and something he suggested was doing that. I do believe it was him that said that. And that kind of puts the pressure on the tire, or on the bead. And then you just redo it on this side too. I'm hoping you guys can see this okay. Too much there. Yep. Just wanted to get that last little bit. But now all I have to do is let this tire dry and it's completely done. Never coming off. There it is. It's done. And that is exactly how to do tires. I mean, it is literally that easy. It took me about 6.5 minutes to do it. Well, to glue a tire. But that's it. So, I'll check you guys later. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and stay in touch. Check you later.